Basketball once again on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23. Dan Ravelette, Hank Lopez, and Brett Road with you tonight as the Owls get set to tangle with the South Spencer Rebels. First game of the 1997 basketball season. Hope you're all having a good year. Hope you have a good year for the next 12 months. The Owls is coming to tonight's contest with a 6-2 mark, and the Rebels from the PAC are into tonight's contest with a 3-5 record. The Owls, of course, head coach Gene Miller in his 16th year coaching at Vincennes Lincoln, and the South Spencer Rebels, Roger Guth is head coach down there at South Spencer. As you hear the Lincoln High School band in the background playing the Lincoln High School song, and right before tonight's contest, Mayor Howard Hatcher proclaimed the entire month of January as the Pride of the Green month in honor of the Lincoln marching band going down to the Gator Bowl and performing in the Gator Bowl and having participation in all festivities down there. With me once again, my color commentator, Hank Lopez. Hank, good to have you back again. And what do you think about tonight's contest?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for coming back. I can go to my color commentating, and you can go back to the play-by-play. But tonight's game should be an interesting one for the Owls as they come off a loss, their second loss of the season against Indianapolis North Central, who's ranked second in the state. I mean, really, that was a tough contest. The Owls played well. But once again, free throw shooting came down late, and the Owls just didn't have it. Tonight they're going to come into a team with a 3-5 record. Could be a little bit deceiving, though. They got two guys, Justin Fisher averaging around 18 points a game, and also Brad Ayer averaging around 21 points a game. Both of those guys are juniors. And as we were both looking over, they're a pretty young team, and they're not real tall. So the Owls has got to take advantage of things inside, try to force some turnovers, and one important thing, they have to hit their free throws tonight.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, as mentioned, a very young team. Only one senior on the entire South Spencer roster tonight. JV had a big game. They defeated the South Spencer Rebel JV ball club by the score of 59-39. The Owls, as Hank mentioned, have lost the last 2 out of 3 contests. First loss was to Lafayette Jeff with a 58-53 loss back on December 21st. And then the Owls suffered defeat number 2 with a 71-65 overtime loss in the holiday tourney to North Central. So Lincoln trying to get back on the winning track.
Yeah, the game against Lafayette Jeff, it was, I mean, the Owls was up by 6 with 47 seconds left to go, and then all of a sudden they just can't hit their free throws. A few baskets for Lafayette Jeff, and really that's been the turning point. Really, the Owls didn't really get much of a test against Lawrenceville. Lawrenceville, not to put down to them, but they're not the type of ball club the Owls have been used to facing so far. So that'll be a good test against an Indiana opponent. And South Spencer should give the Owls a game, but the Owls, as long as they keep up with their free throw shooting and don't make any silly mistakes, they should be able to win this game, but it's going to be a good test for them.
And one thing, too, the Owls have to watch their turnovers. They had 15 turnovers against the North Central Ball Club, and really more or less cost them in the game, I would think. Okay, we're getting ready for the starting lineups now for both ball clubs. As PA announcer Gary Hackney is saying something about the upper and lower levels of the Alice Arena. I'm not quite sure what it is, but we'll give you the starting lineups as soon as he gets them off to you. This is the 13th time these two ball clubs have met. Lincoln has won 8 times. Of course, South Spencer won only 4 times. First of all, for South Spencer, starting at one guard slot, Justin Fisher. He's a 6'2", 180-pound junior, averaging 18.1 points a game and hauling in 4 rebounds per game on the average. A 5'10" freshman, 150-pound freshman, Demetrius Kelly. He's averaging only 1.8 points a game and 2 rebounds in each ball game. At one forward to be Brad Ayer, 6'2", 180-pound sophomore, averages 21.4 a game and also hauls in 4.5 rebounds per game on the average. Bob Sarver is the center tonight. He's only a junior, 6'3", 165-pound junior, averages 8 points a game. And Jason Blair, 6'1", 170-pound junior, averaging 3.3 a game. He'll be starting at the forward slot. So it's Fisher and Kelly at the guards, Ayer and Sarver, or Ayer and Blair at the forwards, and Sarver at center for the South Spencer Rebels. And now for our own Vincennes Lincoln Owls coming into tonight's contest with a record of 6-2. 2-0 in the Big 8. We have the Big 8 conference lead so far. And Big 8 foe Jasper comes to town this Saturday night. Starting at one guard, 5'9", Mark Beasy. 5'9", the senior Mark Beasy, 155-pounder, averaging 6.2 points a game. Will be starting at one of the guard slots tonight for head coach Gene Miller. At forward, 6'1", 175-pound senior Clint Barmas. He's averaging almost 11 points a game. He had 19 last week against North Central. At the other guard slot, 6'1", 180-pound junior John Hayden, averaging 5.2 points a game. At the other guard slots, so Beasy and Hayden at the guards, Barmas at forward. And the other forward is Derek Cardinal. Cardinal, 6'2", 180-pound senior, averaging 9.7 points a game. And of course, you know who's at center. Big 6 foot 8 inch, 200-pound junior, averaging 20.5 points a game. Big Charles Heddy, number 42. So for the Alice's, it's Hayden and Beasy at the guards, Barmas and Cardinal at the forwards, and Heddy at center. And the head coach in the 16th year at the Alice's helm, Gene Miller. He's assisted by Doug Crook, Don Allstott, Steve Combs, and Tim Young. And by the way, assistant coach Don Allstott has a brother, Steve Allstott, who's assistant coach on this South Spencer Rebel Ball Club. So brother against brother tonight here at the Alice Arena.
One thing to look for tonight also, the Alices do have the height advantage with Heddy in the middle standing 6'8". South Spencer's a lot quicker team, so look for them to go to a zone, and they're going to double team, triple team down on Heddy. So the Alices are going to have to be able to shoot the outside, which they have some games, but it's been inconsistent. That's why Coach Gene Miller decided to go to the three-guard offense. Maybe the Alices can get some open three-point shots, because they're going to get against the zone, but they're going to have to be able to hit them, because if they won't, they're going to have trouble staying in this contest.
So it's Heddy and Blair in the center circle of the court, ready to jump it up and get the ball game underway. Officials tonight are John Crapo from Terre Haute and Tom Rohr from Montezuma. And the ball's in the air. Tip control by Heddy, and the Alice's back to Mark Beasy. Comes in the corner to Heddy, almost loses the ball. He does. It's out of bounds to the Rebels.
That's not a good way to start the game. Beasy just should have brought it up and threw it, but that will be turnover number 1, and that'll be a story tonight for the Alices. Will be the turnovers.
That's right. They had 15 last week against North Central. Got to cut down on the turnovers. Fisher gets the ball in to Air. Brad passes it over to Kelly. Demetrius Kelly on the dribble against John Hayden. Double team now in the backcourt. Bounces it ahead to Air. Air in the corner to Blair. Back to Brad Air now in the wing on the near side. Kelly top of the key. Picked up by John Hayden. Over to Brad Air. Guarded by Barmas. And a whistle away from the ball. And a foul called on the Alices. First foul of the contest goes against Lincoln. That'll be called on Derek Cardinal for blocking out. No score in the contest yet. It just started, though. 7:34 to go, first quarter. Justin Fisher will inbound the ball for the Rebels under their own basket. Looking to get it in, and gets it in deep to Kelly, almost over his head. Jumps and hauls it down. Lincoln down a 2-3 zone defense. Over to the left it goes to Fisher. Now back to Kelly, top of the key. He stops, wants to bounce it inside, can't get it there. Over to Air now, guarded by Beasy. Back to Fisher, round to Kelly. Left wing, trying to get it inside. Lincoln doing a good job keeping the ball on the outside. Now to Blair, down low, up, and good to Sarver. So just as I said that, they get a bounce pass low inside and score the first bucket.
South Spencer did a nice job moving the ball out. They're going to come out in a trap here and try to trap the Alices in the half court.
Barmas to Beasy, now to Cardinal. Cardinal looking down low to Heddy, can't get it down to him. Round to Beasy. Now Barmas, back to Mark, top of the key, and he travels. So 2 quick turnovers, both times down the court, Hank. Doesn't look good so far.
Yeah, 2 for 2 for the Alices. They've had 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, haven't even got a shot yet. So really, this is not the way the Alices want to start against South Spencer, who really has put a lot of points on the board. They just haven't put them in the win column.
Fisher with the basketball now to Brad Air. The Rebels are 3-5 on the season. A very young ball club, only 1 senior on the entire roster. Kelly with the basketball for South Spencer, out to Brad Air. On the dribble now in the paint. Out to Fisher. Through the hands of Kelly, picked up by Heddy. Heddy's going to take it all the way up and off the glass and good. Charles Heddy, 66% shooter, taken away by Barmas, up and good. Then Barmas has his first bucket of the night. Lincoln with a quick 4 points and a 4-2 lead. Kelly double team, gets it away to Fisher now. He gets inside Rebel territory, stops, jumps, pops, and too short. No good. Cardinal goes high for the board. Gives it to Mark Beasley. Ahead to John Hyden. Slows it down. Back to Cardinal. To Sir Charles underneath. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Eddie with 4 points. Averaging 20.5 a game. Lincoln now with a 6-2 lead. Down the court quickly to Sarver. Goes the pass from Air. Now back to Air. On the right side of the free throw lane to Blair. To Fisher. Left side to Kelly. 5.5 to go first quarter. Lincoln on top 6-2 over the South Spencer Rebels. Kelly on the dribble now picks it up, guarded by Hyden. His pass goes over to Ayers. Air in the paint. Now on a bounce pass to Fisher. He goes to the bucket, puts it up off the glass, no good, but a blocking foul called against Charles Eddy. With 5:21 to go first quarter. Lincoln on top 6-2.
That's a tough foul there on Haiti, but the Alice's are trying to confuse South Spencer. As we mentioned earlier, they're a real young team, starting 4 juniors and a freshman out there. So maybe the pressure will get to South Spencer. They've committed 2 turnovers, as have the Alice's, and they make the foul inside on Haiti, a questionable foul. But anyway, Fisher go to the free throw line.
He's 6'2", 180-pounder. He's a 62% free throw shooter and gets the first one to fall through. Fisher now with 1 point. It's a 6-3 Lincoln lead. Fisher's second shot on the way up and too soft, no good. Haiti goes high for the board. To Beasy, ahead to Hyden. Hyden all the way to the bucket, up and no good. Rebound Fisher, kicks it out to Kelly. On the outlet pass, down court. Demetrius Kelly to the bucket. Lays it off to Air. Nice steal by Cardinal. Pass comes ahead to Barmas. Barmas jumps, pumps, and scores!
Nice move.
Barmas has 4 points now. Haiti has 4. Lincoln has an 8-3 lead. Tough pressure getting it in. Now he gets it into Kelly, crossing the 10-second mark.
Ooh, he
traveled. A travel called against Demetrius Kelly. That's the 3rd turnover of the night for the South Spencer Rebels. Lincoln now with an 8-3 lead.
Yeah, the pressure's really got to him. That's the 3rd turnover, and all 3 of them had to do with something Kelly's done. He's only a freshman. You can't expect a lot from him, but the Alice's are going to put a lot of pressure on him.
Well, a key on that fact. You're right, Hank. Mark Beasy with the basketball, setting up a play. Goes to the right side to Clint Barmas. Back to Beasy. John Hyde with the basketball, near side, in the wing. Back to Beasy, now top the key. Hyde in the wing. Cross court to Barmas, free throw stripe. Takes it in, puts it up, and no, won't go. Fisher hauls it in for South Spencer. Ahead to Air, stops, jumps, pops, long shot, no. Rebound Cardinal again for the Alice's. To Mark Beasy, 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln with an 8-3 lead. Hyden with the basketball. Back to Beasy now. Across to Cardinal. Down low to Hetty. Turnaround jumper. Nice one. In and out. No good. Rebound Sarver for the Rebels. He'll hand it off to the freshman Demetrius Kelly. Down the court he goes. Taken away by Beasy. Beasy all alone off the glass and good. Beasy averaging 6.2 a game as his first bucket of the night. And head coach Roger Guth calls a timeout with 3:57 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln on top 10-3. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Looking good isn't good enough when you're furnishing your home.
When shopping for home furnishings to make your home the one of your dreams, shop Cannon's Furniture at 14th and Lexington in Lawrenceville, where furniture is displayed in room settings. You will love the service, quality, and variety at Cannon's.
Only the best for you from Cannon. Cannon's Furniture. Only the best for you from Cannon's. Cannon's Furniture.
Huge selection. Memmering Motorplex. Largest selection in Southern Indiana. Your automotive supermarket. Quality selection and service. Just ask our customers.
I got the best deal at Memory.
We get the service that we need, and we're very satisfied.
When you come in the front door, everybody says hi to you.
It's always fair.
They have a big selection, and the people around here make you feel so good.
Memmering Motorplex, 1949 Hart Street, Vincennes, your automotive supermarket.
It'll be South Spencer ball in with Fisher doing the honors, trying to get it in against Cardinal. He does to Air, and Air is fouled by Mitch Roth, who just came into the ball game for the first time. So Roth very quickly picks up a personal foul. And that's 3 fouls on the Alice's, and it'll be South Spencer's ball out with Fisher trying to get it in against Cardinal again. His pass comes into Kelly, double teamed. Gets around Dan Cleveland in the contest for the first time. Now to Fisher. Nice no-look pass. Up and good to Blair. Jason Blair has his first bucket of the night. Lincoln still maintains a 5-point lead. 3:35 to go first quarter. Roth with the ball, now back to Beasy. Cardinal all alone, takes a shot off the rim, no good. Air with the rebound for South Spencer. Across the 10-second mark he goes against Mitch Roth. To the left of the free throw lane. Takes it back out to Sarver, top of the key. Left side again to Air, around Roth, baseline, brings it back out. Sarver with the basketball for South Spencer. Brad Air with it now, 3:10 to go. First quarter, Lincoln 10-5 over South Spencer. Brad Air looking for someone to get it away to. Now he has it to Kelly, the young freshman. Demetrius, one time on the floor, now to Bob Sarver. Good defense by the Owls is keeping the Rebels outside. Almost taken away by Beasy, but hauled in by Kelly. He wanted to take the shot, didn't take it. Sarver goes baseline, double teamed by Cleveland and Hetty. Pass is errant, picked up by Hetty. Intended for Jason Blair. Beasy now with the basketball for the Owls. 2:35 to go first quarter. Roth pass comes to Cardinal into Hetty. Nice pass, turn around, puts it up, and no shot, but a blocking foul called on Jason Blair.
They need to get the ball inside to Hetty. The Owls will have Hetty open because really once he gets the ball down low, there's nobody that's even within about 6 inches of him inside. Look down low to Hetty. If Hetty gets double teamed down, he can kick it back out. The Owls need to try to work the offense around him a little bit more.
Here comes Beasy back in the ball, or rather Barmas back in the ball game now for Derek Cardinal. He'll get a rest as Mark Beasy will inbound the ball to Barmas. Takes the three into Cleveland, turnaround jumper, nice one, up and good by Dan Cleveland. Owls is now with a 12-5 lead. 2:20 to go first quarter. Fisher with the basketball for South Spencer, picked up by Clint Barmas. Now Dan Cleveland helps Barmas out a little bit. In the corner, almost to their hands. It's loose and taken up by Hetty. Pass to Barmas. It's loose. Barmas has it now. Ahead to Cleveland. Daniel up and good. 2 in a row by Mr. Cleveland. He's averaging 7.2 a game. He has 4 already. 14-5 lead now enjoyed by the Owls as Kelly having trouble getting rid of it. And he travels. Cleveland and Barmas putting on some tough pressure, causing that turnover by the Rebels. Here comes Justin Lowe into the ball game now as Charles Hetty will get a rest. Mark Beasy sits down as John Hyden comes back in. So Lincoln gonna keep shuffling men in and out of tonight's contest. 14-5, Lincoln on top, 1:52 to go first quarter. John Hyden gets it in. Beasy, or rather Barmas' long three-pointer, good. That's Barmas' 11th three-pointer of the year. He now has 7 points on the night. Down low, up and good by Bob Sarver, his 4th point of the night. Lincoln still over the 10-point lead, 17-7. 1.5 to go first quarter. Ross pass goes to John Hyden, bounces over to Clint Barmas. Now back to Hyden. Hyden to Roth for 3, up and got it. Mitch Roth has his 10th three-pointer of the year. Kelly with the basketball now for South Spencer to Brad Air, still in the backcourt. Double team now, passes it ahead to Kelly. He breaks it into Rebel territory. Down low pass blocked away by Daniel Cleveland. Intended for Sarver.
Right now, you really got to like the Owls' defensive pressure. South Spencer's committed 7 turnovers so far in the first quarter.
That's amazing, and that's attributed to the Owls' tough defensive pressure. Fisher's pass comes in deep to Kelly. Now gives it to the Brad Air. Back to Demetrius Kelly. Junior Fisher, rather Justin Fisher with the ball for South Spencer. Under a minute to go. Taken away by Barmas, ahead to Roth. Roth stops up the glass, no good, but he's fouled from behind. And the clock will stop with 45.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lincoln enjoying a 20-7 lead. At the line is Mitch Roth. 4 out of 6 from the line on the year so far, 67% free throw shooter. Roth, a 5'10", 175-pound junior, up and good, first one. Roth now with 4 points. He just planted a three-pointer just moments ago. Roth averaging 6.5 a game. He has 5 now as he hits both of these free throws. Pressure against Ayers. Gets it away to Kelly. Demetrius double teamed in the backcourt. Back to Brad Air. Tough defensive pressure being applied by the Allisons. Goes left side to Blair. Down low to Fisher, and he's fouled from behind. That'll either be Justin Lowe or Daniel Cleveland. Have to wait until the official gives the official number. That's Dan Cleveland. Picked up the foul that time, his first of the contest. 31 seconds to go, first quarter. Lincoln 22, South Spencer 7. At the line, Justin Fisher. 1 out of 2 from there tonight. Normally a 62% free throw shooter, averaging 18 points a game. He has 1 so far. Fisher at the line, 6'2", 180-pound junior, up and got it again. Fisher 2 out of 3 from the stripe. He'll have another one. He was in the act of shooting when he was fouled by Dan Cleveland. Second shot up and also good. Nice high arching shot on that basketball. 22-9, Lincoln on top. Lincoln probably will work for one final shot during the first stanza. Barmas almost took the 3 again. Now passes it out high to Hayden. John looking to set things up with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Looks over to Roth. Now to Hayden. Round the horn to Barmas. Barmas to Cleveland. Long jumper by Dan. No good. Rebound Fisher. Taken away by Roth. Up and good off the glass. And that's the way the first quarter will end, with Mitch Roth picking up his 7th point of the night, averaging 6.5. First quarter sees the Lincoln Owls as dominating over the South Spencer Rebels by the score of 24-9. Be back with second quarter action in 60 seconds, so don't go away. Keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Image is everything. One chance for a first impression. Make the right decision. Ewing Printing is state-of-the-art, utilizing a 6-color press that shows all colors and is proof before the job is printed. Our color copier prints variable image sizes picture perfect. In-house graphic design, a Linetronic color separator. Ewing Printing is the area's licensed printer to print doctor prescription pads. Ewing, because image is everything. We've been satisfying the world's best critics for over 20 years.
So, my car's ready to be picked up, huh?
That's right.
Can't tell where I got hit, huh?
No, sir.
Good as new, huh?
Yes, sir. Good as new.
Well, it was right over here. Right. Let's see, it was on the... Good as new, huh?
That's right. Good as new. Bring your Rex to Rex. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Rex's Body Shop in Vincennes.
As quarter number 2 just about to get underway, Lincoln with a 24-9 lead. Looking for victory number 7 in this 1997 basketball season now. They had 6 wins in 96. Looking for to pick up number 7 in 97. Long 3-point shot by Ayer. No good. And Fisher, nice play by Justin Fisher. Both of them up in the air. Fisher and Cardinal going after the ball. And Fisher bounced it off Cardinal's head out of bounds.
One thing about that first quarter, you know something's not going real well when you have as many turnovers as you did points in the first quarter. 9 turnovers committed by South Spencer, 9 points in the first quarter. So the Owls have been playing pretty good defense, and South Spencer hasn't had a whole lot of offense.
Good point, Hank. Travel call there. Another turnover as you just finished talking about it. So South Spencer having trouble with the TOs in tonight's contest. Lincoln had trouble with them last week against North Central. Hetty with the basketball now for the Owls. Balances it in to John Hayden. 7.5 to go in the first half. Hayden passes over to Derek Cardinal. Looks for Hetty down low. Can't pick him up. Barmas now with the basketball. Goes to Cardinal. He'll fake the shot. Now give to Hetty. He'll take the short jumper. In and out. No good. Rebound hauled in by Bob Sarver. Head to Fisher. Now down to Ayer. Brad Ayer on the near side right in front of head coach Gene Miller for the Owls. Now stops at the free throw stripe. He'll bounce it to Kelly. Kelly hasn't taken a shot yet tonight. Demetrius Kelly, only a freshman. To Bob Sarver in the wing on the left side, guarded by Charles Eddy. And he falls down. A travel again. 2 in a row by Sarver. 6:59 to go, first half.
Well, as we started talking about at the beginning of the game, the Owls had 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, but those are the only 2 they made of the whole quarter. Right now, South Spencer has 11 turnovers in the game.
The first 2 times they touched the ball in the second quarter, they turned it over. Bounce pass goes to Hetty. Now his pass goes to Derek Cardinal. John Hayden. His pass is deflected and taken away by Sarver. Passes it off to Ayer. Brad Air crosses the 10-second stripe. His team down 24-9 at the hands of the mighty Vincennes Lincoln Allisons. Kelly at the free throw stripe to Fisher. Bounce pass to Kelly. First shot of the night for Kelly. Too short. Rebound up. No good by Sarver. Up again. No good. Ball's loose. And finally Fisher picks it up for South Spencer. Air wants it. Has it. Three-pointer on the way. Too short. No good. Lowe has the rebound knocked out of his hand by Cardinal. And it'll be South Spencer's basketball under their own basket with 6:16 to go in the first half. Junior Justin Fisher to take the ball out of bounds for South Spencer. I keep thinking of Junior Fisher. School teacher at Lincoln Allisons, of course retired now. But Justin's pass comes in to Bob Sarver. And Sarver on the dribble now for South Spencer.
Not the guy they want handling the ball out top.
Passes over to Kelly. No, you're right, Hank. Kelly on the dribble one time. Now to Fisher. Back to Kelly. Quickly, Derek Cardinal collapses on him. Now so does Barmas. Fisher at the free throw stripe. Down low. Nice pass to Blair. And Blair has his second bucket of the night. Had one bucket in the first quarter, one bucket here in the second quarter. 24-11. Lincoln with a 13-point lead now. 5.5 to go in the first half. Hyden's pass to Hetty. Jumper baseline. Got it. Pretty shot. Charles Hetty has 6 points on the night. He's averaging 20.5. Fisher's pass goes to Kelly on the far side now. Back to Fisher. On the dribble, double team taken away by Hyden. Up and good by John Hyden. Hyden has his first bucket of the night. It's a 28-11 lead by Lincoln. Long pass down court to Sarver. He'll take it in. Now bounces it back out to Demetrius Kelly. Sarver baseline. Trying to get around Hetty. Can't do it. Fisher with the basketball. Short jumper. Cannot get the roll. Has his own rebound, though. Shot, no good. Ball's loose. Barmas has it for the Allisons. He'll go coast to coast. Off the glass, up, no good. Tip up by Lowe, no good. It's loose. And a foul underneath. And I believe they're going to call Justin Lowe for going over the back.
Yeah, that's a tough foul there on Lowe. He gets called for over the back, but I'm sure down the other, and he felt like they were over his back a few times, too. So.
I would think so, yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know, the ref's trying to even up the fouls here, I guess. I don't know. They also committed 5 fouls, though, in the first half, and South Spencer's only committed 2, so we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, first sub now for South Spencer. Ryan McGill comes in, a 6-foot, 155-pound sophomore. And he replaced Justin Fisher. McGill's pass goes over to Sarver. Now to Air. Brad's short jumper. Got it. Pretty. And they foul called against Hetty. We'll see if the basket counts. I believe it will. But a foul also was called against Charles Hetty. It does count. So Air has his first bucket of the night, averaging 21.4 a game. That's his first points of the night. Lincoln doing a great defensive job on Brad Air. As Dan Cleveland gets ready to come back into the contest, John Hyden will rest a while. Cleveland comes in and Hetty sits down, and Charles not a very happy young man. They got called for a cheap foul. 28-13, Lincoln on top. Air's pass comes into Sarver. Looking for some help. Almost took the three, now decides to bounce it away to Kelly. Demetrius Kelly at the top of the key. Looking left to McGill. Back to Air now. Lincoln again, a 2-3 zone defense, working very, very effectively. McGill's pass goes out of bounds off the hands of Brad Air. And it'll be Lincoln ball with 4:10 to go first half, a 28-13 lead. Fisher's rested long enough after getting some instruction from head coach Roger Guth. And he'll give Demetrius Kelly a rest. Cleveland's pass comes into Mark Beasy with 4:05 to go in the first half. Beasy getting set to cross the 10-second mark. He does now. Pass Barmas, long three on the way. Nice shot.
They can't let him stand up like that and just get a chance to shoot an open three.
Barmas' 12th point of the night. Barmas on a steal to Beasy. Barmas with the basketball again now. Clint to the bucket. Nice bounce pass to Cardinal. He'll drive up, no good. Lowe's shot up and good. Nice rebound, nice bucket by Justin Lowe, his first bucket of the night. 33-13, a 20-point Lincoln lead. 3.5 to go in the first half. Sarver bounces it back to Fisher, still in the backcourt. Back to Sarver now. Try to get it across pretty quick, guys. Here goes to Air. Almost loses the handle on the ball. Lowe goes after it, can't pick it up. Down low to Blair. His shot up and good. Nice shot by Blair. Jason Blair now with 6 points. And 3:10 to go in the first half. Lincoln 33-15 over South Spencer. Barmas's pass comes to Derek Cardinal. Now back to Barmas, ends off of Blair's foot, out of bounds. Here comes Mitch Roth back in the ballgame for the Owls, and Derek Cardinal will get a rest again. Gene Miller applauds Cardinal's performance as he takes a green seat on the Lincoln bench. And first time in for the Rebels, it's Jeff Bockelman, 6'3", 170-pound junior. Bockelman, strange name. Officials discussing something right down in front of us. As we mentioned, John Crapo from Terre Haute and Tom Rower from Montezuma are doing the honors tonight. As Roth has the basketball, slaps it one time, and now gets it into Barmas right in front of our camera. Beasy back to Roth. Now long three-pointer by Roth. Over the rim, no good. Lowe with a nice rebound. Justin to Barmas, to Beasy. Fakes the three. Clint Barmas over to Dan Cleveland. Beasy with the basketball now for the Owls. Is into Lowe, taken away by Sarver, but he fouled Lowe in the process. 33-15, Lincoln on top with 2:43 remaining first half.
Yeah, one of the reasons South Spencer's only scored 15 points is the defense. But if you look at their scoring, the leading scorers, Ayer, averaging 21, only has 2. And also Fisher, who only has 3 points. Really, that's because the transition game, and the guys underneath are getting all the shots and the points.
Roth to Cleveland. Cleveland shot no good. Hauled down by Fisher. The Rebels. 2.5 to go in the first half. Fisher picked up by Mitch Roth. Now he picks up the basketball. Sarver down low, wide open underneath. Up and good is Ryan McGill. His first bucket of the night. And a foul committed by the Owls. I believe that'll go against Mark Beasy. Beasy picks up his first personal foul, 7th team foul on the Owls. So now from now on, with 2:27 to go in the first half, the Rebels will be in the 1-and-1. McGill, 6 foot, 155-pound sophomore, 58% free throw shooter, misses the first one. And rebound by Beasy on the bounce. To Mitch Roth, now back to Mark Beasy. Over to Clint Barmas at the free throw line. Barmas backs it out to Roth. Roth for 3 again. Got it again. Mitch Roth has 2 threes. Clint Barmas has 2 threes, and the Owls have a 36-17 lead in the first half. Fisher with the basketball down to Sarver. Cross court to Bockelman. Up and good. His first bucket of the night. Jeff Bockelman has it. Under 2 now to go in the first half. Beasy crosses the 10-second stripe for the Owls. Looks to Barmas. He has him here in the near side. Clint bounces into Justin Lowe. Lowe turns around, puts it up, no good, but is fouled on the way up. That'll stop the clock with 1:45 to go in the first half.
Really, I like the game, the way the Owls are playing tonight. I mean, you got Charles Haiti, the leading scorer on the team, only has 6 points. Clint Barmas really stepping up, having a good game. He's got 10 points. And, of course, Mitch Roth playing a great game tonight for the Owls. He's got 10 points, too, and has also hit 2 3-pointers. So, really, balanced attack tonight for the Owls.
Very balanced scoring attack. At the line, Justin Lowe, 6'5", 205-pound junior. He has not missed a shot from the line. He's 6 out of 6 so far, 7 out of 7. I figured I'd jinx him, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. And back into the lineup for South Spencer is Blair, Jason Blair, as Bob Sarver sits down. Here's Lowe's second free throw of the night. 3 points, and he has 4 points as he cans both of them from the free throw stripe. 38-19, Lincoln with the lead and 1:45 to go in the half. Fisher with the basketball, picked up by Mark Beasy. Pass goes back over to Ryan McGill. He crosses the 10-second stripe. Down to Bockelman. Back to McGill, top of the key. He'll jump it from the free throw line. Didn't get the roll. Lowe with the rebound for the Owls. Bounces it one time to Beasy. Here comes Mark and the Owls on the attack with 1:20 to go in the first half. John Hyden's pass to Lowe. Nice one. To Roth for 3 again. In and out, no good. Nice rebound by Justin Lowe. Fights his way back up, no good. But he'll go back to the line to shoot 2. Justin Lowe back at the free throw stripe. Just came from there. Lincoln on top, 38-19, 1:12 to go in this first half of basketball.
I'll tell you one thing, Mitch Roth isn't afraid to shoot the three-point shot. So far with tonight's game included, he is 11 of 23 from three-point land, so he's almost 50%, so he's got a great shot from the outside. Almost got that one to fall, but Justin Lowe does a nice follow-up inside. He gets the rebound, almost puts it back in, but now he'll go to the free throw line.
He'll be shooting 2 more, just came from the stripe and canned those 2. Oh, I missed that. First one he missed this year. Big Justin Lowe, 6'5", 205-pound junior. Averages 2.7 a game. He has 4 now. Make it 5 as he gets this one to go in. A 20-point Lincoln lead, 39-19, as Kelly has the basketball for South Spencer, guarded by Mark Beasy. Across it goes to Justin Fisher. He's across the 10-second mark, guarded by Mitch Roth. Now picked up by Justin Lowe. Double teamed over there. Dribbles it one time, dribbles it again, and a foul called on Lowe this time. Gene Miller not very happy with that call. Up off the bench, he was yelling at the official, but he's kind of calmed down now. Now he just puts his hands up in the air and says, "What are you doing out there?" 58.9 seconds to go first half. 39-19 is our score. Lincoln enjoying a 20-point lead. Bockelman back in the ball game, and he'll give Jason Blair a rest with less than a minute to go in the first half. Justin Fisher, 3 out of 4 from the stripe, and a 62% free throw shooter for the Rebels back there again. It's up and got the roll this time. He has 4 points on the night right now, and he averages 18.1 a game. So Lincoln defense, as Hank mentioned earlier, really putting these high scorers down a little bit tonight. His second shot up and good. Putting the lid on the scoring is the Owls' defense. 39-21. Roth with the basketball now for the Owls on a pass from Mark Beasy. And pass to Hayden, almost taken away by Demetrius Kelly, but it'll be the Owls' ball out of bounds with exactly 48 seconds to go in the first half of basketball. Last year, the Owls defeated the Rebels 72-49 the regular season, and then 72-55 in the regional at Roberts Stadium in Evansville. Beasy's pass to Roth goes to Hayden now in the wing on the far side. Hayden has it kicked out of bounds by Kelly. Clock stops at 38.6 seconds to go in the first half. Mitch Roth will inbound the ball for the Owls. He's looking deep, but now takes it short to Hayden. Now it goes deep to Beasy. Back to Hayden again. Roth now. Beasy with the ball. Hayden has it. Pass taken away by Ayer. Up and good by Brad Ayer, his second bucket of the night. 39-23. Lincoln still with a commanding lead with 20 seconds to go in this first half of basketball. Lincoln looks like they're going to be content to take the final shot in the first half as Beasy dribbles around. Oops. Off the fingertips of Mitch Roth and out of bounds, and Miller doesn't like that play at all.
Yeah, really, they were doing pretty good there until those last 2 plays, and then they committed 2 turnovers. They only have 5, isn't too bad, but they've come at some not very good times for the Owls. They wanted to hold for 1 shot here, but South Spencer will have a chance to close the gap here. I mean, it might be going in for a high note here if South Spencer could score.
Okay, Fisher with the basketball for South Spencer. He'll get into Brad Ayer with 5 seconds to go in the first half. Ayer in the lane, fakes the shot, puts it up now, and got the roll. So Brad Ayer did get the last basket of the first half. He has 6 points in the first half, but he averages 21.4 a game. But still, the Lincoln defense doing a tremendous job of holding the scoring down tonight on the part of the South Spencer Rebels. And that shows with the halftime score. The Lincoln Owls is enjoying a 39-25 lead over the South Spencer Rebels. Keep it right here. We'll be back in a little bit to recap the first half of tonight's contest, and of course bring you all the exciting second half action between the Vincennes Lincoln Owls and the South Spencer Rebels. Keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Snyder's Body Shop. We've been in business for over 25 years because we care about our customers. Whether it's spot repair or complete paint jobs, use Glassridge colors to guarantee the best possible finish.
Snyder Body Shop. When you care about your car, we're your next stop. We care, and we show it, At Snyder Body Shop, we care and we show it.
Snyder's Body Shop. We take the dents out of accidents.
Taco Rail.
Just one taste, and you'll know that we're the place.
At some restaurants, you have to try almost every item on the menu to find one that tastes great. But at Taco Rail, everything we serve is prepared to perfection. Just one taste of one item at Taco Rail will have you saying, everything is great. That's right, Taco Rail. At the corner of 6th and St. Clair in Vincennes. Taco Rail. Just one taste.
Okay, we're back with the second half action just now getting underway. Pass down low to Cardinal. His shot is up and in to start the second half off. And we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll get to the first half stats to you in just a little bit. South Spencer basketball as Bob Sarver bounces it off the foot of the Alice's out of bounds. Lincoln on top, 41-25. Second half just underway as Fisher's pass comes into Ayer in the backcourt. Again, tough man-to-man pressure by the Alice's down court in the backcourt. Now Fisher hands it off to Ayer. He'll go to the far side in the wing over there. Picked up by John Hayden. Almost passes out of bounds to Fisher. Fisher picks it up. Top of the key, stops the dribble there, guarded by Clint Barmas. Pass comes over to Sarver. He drives baseline. Stop there, bounces it out to Ayer. Fisher for three, long three on the way, no good. Rebound, Dan Cleveland for the Alice's. Ayer tried to slap it away from John Hayden, didn't get the job done. 7 minutes to go now, third quarter. Barmas' pass to Hayden. Hayden's pass almost goes out of bounds, but Cardinal hauls it in. He'll pass to Dan Cleveland. Turnaround jumper by Dan, too short, no good. Follows the shot in, but is called for a foul in the process. Hank, we'll have a minute here. Can you quickly recap the stats in the first half?
Yeah, scoring in the first half, the Alice's were led by Clint Barmas and Mitch Roth. Both had 10 points apiece. 6 points for Charles Hetty, 5 points Justin Lowe. 4 points for Dan Cleveland, and 2 points apiece for Hayden and Beasley.
Okay, as the Rebels look at the Alice's in just a minute. Rebels with the basketball now. Down the court to Sarver. Now back to Ayer. 6:40 to go, third quarter. Ayer on the dribble against Clint Barmas. Dishes it off to Blair. Now back to Sarver. Taken away by Barmas. He's after it, and it goes out of bounds. Nice hustle, though, by Clint Barmas. And with 6.5 to go in the third quarter, Lincoln enjoying a 41-25 lead. Fisher with the basketball for the Alice's right in front of head coach Gene Miller. His pass comes in to Demetrius Kelly. Try to get around Barmas. Couldn't do it. Ayer in the corner now. It's loose, picked up by Fisher. To Ayer. Baseline jumper, too short. Hetty has the ball for the Alice's on the rebound. Hands it off to John Hayden. Hayden on the dribble. Cardinal baseline jumper. Pretty shot by Derek Cardinal. He didn't have any points in the first half. Now he has the first 4 points here in the second half. Pressure again applied by the Alice. Double team the young freshman Kelly, and he very wisely calls timeout with 5:54 to go in the third quarter. We're going to keep it right here and let Hank Lopez continue wrapping up the first half stats for you.
Okay, scoring for South Spencer in the first half. Brad Ayer connected on 6 points. All those were 2-point field goals. Justin Fisher comes in averaging 18 points a game. The Alice has held him to 5 points. He connected all of his points from the free throw line. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Also 6 points for Jason Blair, and 4 points for Bob Sarver, 2 points for Ryan McGill to round out the scoring for South Spencer. Though in the first half, South Spencer committed 14 turnovers. They actually did a better job in the second quarter than they did in the first quarter. First quarter, they committed 9 turnovers alone in the first quarter and only 5 in the second quarter. I say only because of the 9 in the first quarter, but the Alice's committed 5. Probably only should have been around 2 or 3, but they had those 2 turnovers late.
Yeah.
That's hurt them coming into halftime. But right now, the Alice are going to have to come out, keep the intensity up, because I think South Spencer, Coach Guth at halftime kind of switched things up a lot and should be able to break the press a lot easier, though they had to use a timeout there. But South Spencer is going to have to be able to break this press if they're going to try to give the Alice any type of game here in the second half.
You know, a lot of our viewers might remember the regional game in Evansville back in 1994, the Alice's and South Spencer, one of the most exciting ball games I've ever witnessed. And I'll get to that in just a minute as the action gets back underway on the court here. Air now back to Justin Fisher with the basketball. He'll take it into the bucket, puts it up, and got it to go, and a foul again on Charles Heddy. So Heddy has 3 fouls now, and last a couple have been fairly cheap.
Yeah, that foul really, I mean, you got a guy just standing up there straight. Usually, if you got your arm straight up in the air, I mean, you don't lean him over or anything, you shouldn't get the foul, but I guess they said Ayer drew the contact, Heddy might have leaned into him, but sure didn't look like it from here. But anyways, Ayer will go to the free throw line.
And he's a 78% free throw shooter. 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. Brad Ayer got it to go. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Hyden's pass knocked down, but right back into his own hands. Heddy's pass downloaded to Barmas. Up and good. Good assist by Heddy. Nice bucket by Barmas. Lincoln with tough defense in the backcourt again. Double teamed. Pass comes ahead to Fisher. Now to Ayer again against 3-on-1 against Heddy. Shot too hard. No good. Heddy has a rebound. And he's fouled from behind. I believe that will go against Jason Blair. Yeah, that's a foul on Jason Blair. To finish my story, 1994 regional championship was a Lincoln loss in 5 overtimes against the South Spencer Rebels. 38-37 was the final score in the 94 regional championship game. 5 overtimes. One of the best games I've ever seen in my life. Cardinals pass to Cleveland. Nice, up and good. Cleveland has 6 points on the night, averages 7.2, so a lot of the Owls is a very balanced scoring attack. Ayer's pass ahead to Sarver. He'll drive the baseline, bring it back out to Brad Ayer. To Justin Fisher. Top of the key, picked up now by Clint Barmas. In the paint, nice block by Barmas, taken away by Clint. He'll go all the way, coast to coast, off the glass, and good, he's fouled. Count it, as Barmas picks up his 14th point of the night. Barmas had 10 at the end of the first half and 4 already here in the second half. And he'll go to the free throw stripe. 13 out of 16 from the line is Clint Barmas. 81% free throw shooter. 6'1", 175-pound senior Clint Barmas, 19 points against North Central last game. Can't get the tail end of the three-point play, though. And the South Spencer on the attack with Brad Ayer doing the dribbling against John Hyden. Pass goes to Fisher, picked up by Cardinal very intensely. To Blair now in the corner. Foul away from the ball, and I believe Cardinal will be called for the foul.
As you were mentioning about the regional game when the Owls and South Spencer played, a lot of well-known players played in that game. For South Spencer, Amy Morales, who's now playing at the University of Evansville, and also Josh Garrett, who was drafted in the first round of the baseball draft by Boston, also the Boston Red Sox. And the Owls has had, of course, Sean Doherty, who's now playing at Wisconsin, and Greg Duke, who's at Morehead State. So a lot of top-name players played in that game. It was a great game. South Spencer tried to hold the ball. They did successfully. And it was a great game, 5 overtimes. I'm sure the Owls fans remember that one, and South Spencer probably remembers it also.
I'm sure they do. One of the most intensive ball games I've ever witnessed. 49-28 here, though, with 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln with a commanding lead as Justin Fisher ready to get the ball in. It goes in to Sarver, out to Kelly. Lincoln again in a 2-3 zone defense. Ayer's pass comes back to McGill in the ball game now for South Spencer. He'll take it to Kelly, top of the key, back to McGill. He won't take the three. Bounce pass to Brad Ayer, guarded by John Hyden on the far side. Now to Kelly, Demetrius Kelly, only a freshman. Bounces over to McGill. Baseline, nice drive by Ayer, stops, puts it up too short. Good rebound by Heddy. Long pass, could it be? Nope, it's knocked out of bounds. Almost taken away by Kelly, but knocked out of bounds. And looked like it may have run into Barmas.
Yeah, really, South Spencer on the offensive end, they haven't been looking to shoot at all. They're working it around, trying to just maybe get a wide open shot, but against the Owls, you're not going to find that. They're just going to have to go up and shoot it sometimes. They haven't even taken very many shots here in the second half.
Here's one by Hyden, up and good. Nice pass by Kelly, or rather by Cleveland. Hyden took it all the way in the lane and put it off the glass and good. 51-28, Lincoln on top. Pass goes awry, picked up now by Ayer, and it is out of bounds. to the Alice's, but head coach Roger Guth is up trying to explain to one of the officials that there was a foul committed, but I don't think he's going to win that argument.
You don't see the referees change their minds too many times about that.
Not at all. So Charles Eddy will inbound the ball for the Alice's as Justin Lowe comes back in along with Mitch Roth. Barmas has the basketball now for the Alice's. Dishes it out to Justin Lowe. He'll give it up to John Hayden. Hayden does a little traffic directing down there. Nice bounce pass to Hetty off the glass. Good. Pretty shot by Hetty. Kissed the glass and put it in. 53-28, Lincoln on top. 2:55 remaining third quarter. Fisher's pass to Air. Air's three. Good. Brad Air, he's a 37% shooter from three-point land. He has his first three-point bucket of the night. Knocks down the triple. 53-31, Lincoln on top. 2.5 to go in the third quarter now. Clint Barmas in the corner. Nice pass to Lowe. Back to Barmas. Barmas on the drive. He is all the way up and good. Nice move by Barmas. He's really come on lately. That's his 16th point of the night. He's averaging 10.8. Fisher's pass ahead to Air. Brad holds it up, backs it out. Taken away by Barmas. Here he goes again. Big Clint up off the glass and good again. 18 points for Barmas now. 57-31, 2:05 to go, third quarter. Pass almost taken away from Kelly. Now ahead to Air. Brad dishes it over to Sarver. He traveled, but wasn't called. Air's three-pointer on the way. Nope, too hard, no good. Eddie hauls it in before it goes out of bounds for the Alice's. Charles on the drive, now to Hayden. Hayden sees the lane, puts it up, no good. Basket won't count, but he's fouled by Brad Air. That'll stop the clock with 1:42 to go in the third period.
Look at tonight's game, and you look at the Alice's last couple games, the intensity just seems to be there tonight for the Alice's. Hayden saw the same there, went up and in. I don't know if it's because maybe the opponent's a little bit less from what they've been playing, but this is the type of game the Alice's need, though. Bring the intensity level up. They're scoring points, creating turnovers, really what they like to see.
Get him back on track. Eddie's jumper, nice one. Eddie now with 10 points on the night, averaging 20.5. Here comes Sal Spencer. Double teamed is Sarver. Baseline to Blair, up and good. Nice lay-in by Blair. He has 8 points on the night. 59-33, 1:15 remaining in the third period. Mitch Roth crosses the 10-second mark. Now to Mark Beasy. Left side it goes to Glenn Barmas. Now to Justin Lowe. Roth to Barmas. Barmas drives, dishes over to Beasy. Three for Hetty on the way. Got it. Charles Hetty has his 6th three-point bucket of the year. And 13 points now. Fisher's pass comes to McGill. Back to Fisher. 62-33. Lincoln enjoying a nice lead under a minute to go, third quarter. South Spencer Rebels come to town from way down south. Long trip. Fisher for three. Too hard. Beasy has it knocked out of bounds from behind, but they say Beasy touched it last. Actually, Blair was over his back, and it looked like Blair tipped it out of bounds, but the official is closer than we are. Doesn't mean he's right, but he's closer than we are. Here comes Cardinal into the ball game now for Clint Barmas. He ought to get a big hand, and he does. Played a fantastic ball game tonight, as he has the last several ball games. Clint Barmas coming on strong. Fisher's pass goes to McGill on the far side. He'll dribble it out front. Gives it up to Kelly. Demetrius Kelly. Guarded closely by Mitch Roth to Justin Fisher. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter now. Fisher with the basketball again from Kelly. Nice pass down on the Sarp. Nice rejection by Hetty. And Lowe tried the same thing, but he got caught.
Man, Hetty was...
He went high, didn't he?
I think he knew he was going to shoot it. And that's a block right there. He was up pretty high on that one.
NBA block. 62-33, 11.9 seconds to go, third quarter. Lincoln on top. And that'll put Justin Fisher at the free throw stripe. He's 5 out of 6 from there tonight. Up and good again. A 62% free throw shooter coming into tonight's contest. And he's much better than that right now. 6 out of 7. Can he make it 7 out of 8? Nope. Justin Lowe goes high for the rebound. 2 towers in there now for Lincoln. Lowe at 6'5", Hetty at 6'8". Long jumper by Hetty, too short, no good. Rebound McGill, and that's the end of quarter number 3. Lincoln enjoying a 62-34 lead at the end of 3. Be back in 60 seconds for the final quarter of tonight's contest, so keep it right here for more basketball on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
The secret to any successful recovery is to have professional care you can count on. Our goal is to provide you with full recovery from your injury. Vincent's Orthopedic has established a reputation to properly assist you with your injury, specializing in therapy that will recover you back to normal. Vincent's Orthopedic Sports Medicine Center will utilize the proper exercises for faster recovery. Take it to the professionals at Vincent's Orthopedic, located at 1019 Bayou Street, Vincennes.
Do you know me? You're never at home without walking all over me. Your kids abuse me. Oh, sure, you've been generous to me by showering me with mud, salt, gravy, spilt milk.
If your carpet is screaming retirement, then you need a trip to M&S Floor Covering. M&S is your Philadelphia and Cornet dealer. With many colors and fibers to choose from, you should choose M&S Floor Covering, located at Upper 11th and Hart in Vincennes.
Oh, no, not a puppy.
Quarter number 4 is underway. The final stanza of tonight's contest with the South Spencer Rebels and the basketball. Justin Fisher to the bucket. Stops, puts it off the glass. Good. Nice shot by Fisher. That's his first field goal of the night. Averaging 18 points a game. He has been held to only 8 in tonight's contest. Hetty's pass goes to Beasy, now to Cardinal. Derek Cardinal in there for the Alice's. Pass down low to Hetty. Nice one off the glass. Good. It'll count. And Hetty will go to the free throw stripe. Big Charles Hetty now with 15 points, just 5 shy of his average. 64-36, 7:32 remaining in the basketball game. Hetty, a 55.6% free throw shooter. 30 out of 54 on the year. His first time there tonight. That's unusual. Big Charles up and too soft, no good. Pass is kicked out to Brad Air. On the dribble, picks it up, bounces it over to Blair. Blair's pass to Fisher. Fisher tries to sneak it underneath. He does. And that was up by Jacob Wilkemus. His first bucket of the night. Wilkemus, a 6'3", 235-pound freshman. Only a freshman. Beasley almost loses the handle on the ball, picks it up now. Pass taken away by Justin Fisher to the bucket, up and good again. Fisher with 4 points from the field now, 10 points on the night. 64-40 Lincoln leads, 6:50 to go in the basketball game. Mark Beasley being guarded by McGill, pushes him away with his elbow a little bit. Gives it up to Justin Lowe. He'll give it back to Beasley, top of the key. Hetty, I thought he was going to take another 3. He wanted it, but Blair got over there too quick. And Blair kicks the ball out of bounds to the Alice's with 6:33 to go in the game. Lincoln enjoying a 16-point lead. 64-40. Roth looks to get it in deep. It comes to, or almost intended to come to Beasley, but taken away by Fisher. He'll put it up, and no, it's blocked from behind by Derek Cardinal. Lincoln getting a little lackadaisical here at the end of the ball game.
Yeah, well, Coach G. Miller, you got a nice-sized lead. At the end of the quarter there, they were up by 28 points. Now the lead's cut down to 24. Not that you really want to try to blow the team out, but you'd like to, in the fourth quarter, try to keep the same intensity. It's hard, though, when you're up by that many points. But, just try to keep the lead the same. You don't really want a team like this to start to come back. Not that they're going to come back and win the game, but it's just good to play for all 32 minutes of the game.
Fisher at the line again, 6 out of 8. 7 out of 9 now for Justin Fisher from the free throw stripe. He's averaging 18 points a game, and he has 11 now. Fisher up again, and no, too hard. Lowe fights for the rebound, goes into the hands of Derek Cardinal. Gives to Mark Beasley. Mitch Roth, the Hetty, baseline. Cross court to Cardinal. He's wide open. Take the long shot. Got it. Pretty shot by Derek Cardinal. His 6th point of the night. Averaging 9.7. 66-41, Lincoln on top. Bounce pass goes to Blair. Now to Air. Blair and Air. Pass comes out to Will Humus. Whatever. It's kind of a strange name, Will Humus. Three-pointer on the way, no good by McGill. Rebound finally comes out to Derek Cardinal. Mark Beasy now with the basketball for the Alices. To Cardinal in between the circles. Beasy with the ball, baseline, he'll take it to the bucket. Note, bounce passes to Roth. Nice shot by Roth, very unselfish pass by Mark Beasy. 5.5 to go in the game. 68-41, rather large hometown crowd here tonight for a Tuesday night. But the Alices always have enjoyed a large following. Ball taken away by Mitch Roth. Cross court to Cardinal, off the glass, good. Good assist from Roth to Cardinal. Cardinal puts it in for his 8th point of the night. 70-41. Shot almost blocked, but didn't go in. And tipped around now, finally pulled down by Hetty. Bounces it out to Roth. 3-on-1 for the Alices. Dishes up to Cardinal. Back to Roth, but he's fouled by, see how you pronounce that guy's name. Wilhelmus. Yeah, Jacob Wilhelmus.
I'll just let you say it. I don't have to.
Okay, Wilhelmus, yeah. Well, we have him in here. Let's take a look at the cheerleaders. You see him there under the basket that the Alice is going to be shooting at. They do a fantastic job cheering for the team, and the varsity cheerleaders are Amanda Kosh, Ty Blythe, Christy Mattingly, Sarah Hawkins, Chrissy Klee, and Heather Miller. As Cardinal shot too hard off the rim, no good. The junior varsity cheerleaders include Tiffany Westfall, Kit Grayson, Erin Mullen, Lauren Cummins, Megan Beasy, and Heather Stock. As Derek Cardinal will get another free throw. He got this one this time. Cardinals 1 out of 2 from the line. The cheerleader coaches do a fantastic job too. Debbie Miller and Jane Sievers. 71-41, a 30-point Lincoln lead with 4.5 to go in the game. Brad Ayer with the basketball. Bounce it in to Wilhelmus. Taken away by Roth. On a steal actually by Lowe, but Roth gets the ball from Lowe and put it in for his 7th point of the night. 4:22 to go in the game. Fisher to the bucket. Got it to go in. Fisher coming on strong now, averaging 18 a game. He has 15 now, but may be too little too late. Derek Cardinal bounces it in low to low. Top of the key to Roth. Again, low to low. Up and good by Lowe. Lowe has his 9th point of the night. It's a 75-43 Lincoln lead. 4:03 remaining in the game. Big Justin Lowe, 6'5", 205. He's only a junior. Averaging 2.7 a game, and now he has 9 points tonight. As Hetty goes out, Cardinal goes out, Beasley goes out. Roth is in, Cleveland's in, Barmas back in, Hayden and Lowe got it to go. So Justin Lowe makes it a 76-43 Lincoln lead. Air shot too short, but a foul committed by Daniel Cleveland. Lincoln will host Jasper on Saturday night. This Saturday night, January 11th, and last time Jasper came here, it was Michael Lewis on a last-second foul that was very questionable, to say the least. At the line, Air up and in and out, no good.
One thing to also point out about that, last year, as Wabash Cablevision brought you the game at Jasper, Michael Lewis had 42 points against the Alices, but that's not the case this year. Lewis is not there. Jasper's a totally different team, but the Alices, they got to be prepared. It's a Big 8 conference game. People are going to be gunning for them. They're a ranked team, and they're also supposed to win the Big 8 conference, too.
That's right. Lincoln ranked 15th in the state this week, as Cleveland shot won't go down. Lowe has the rebound. Back up and good again. Big Justin Lowe fighting hard for those boards, and he now has 12 points on the night. 3.5 to go in the game. 78-44. Lincoln with a commanding lead. 34-point lead. Kelly's pass to Air. His three-pointer on the way. He got it. He buried the three. That's his second one of the night. 78-47 with the pass from Hayden into Lowe now. Back to Hayden on the far side. Dan Cleveland turned around, too short. Rebound, Will Helmus. He passes it out to Kelly, loses the handle momentarily, but picks it up. In Lincoln land now comes Kelly. Demetrius all the way to the bucket, lets it fly too hard, no good. Will Helmus with the rebound. No, that's Fisher, and Fisher is fouled underneath. Could be one of 2 or 3 Allisons underneath committing that foul. We do want to mention, though, that the cheerleaders really do a fantastic job keeping the spirits high. They practice hard all year long, just like the basketball players. Wholesale substitutions now coming in for both ball clubs. It'll be hard to pick out all the names and numbers. At the line is Justin Fisher. Up too hard, no good. 2:49 to go in the game. 78-47. Lincoln really pouring on the offense here tonight at Alice Arena. Fisher's second shot up and good this time. Craig Curzan into the lineup for the Alices. That's information courtesy of my color man, Hank Lopez. Lowe with the basketball, bounces back out to Barmas for 3, too hard, no good. Rebound, Alan Young for the South Spencer Rebels into the contest for the first time. Fisher jumper, too hard. Dan Cleveland hauls it in for the Alices. He'll give it up to John Hayden. Hayden in the lane. Tried to lay it up, but he's hammered. That foul will go against John Eaton. 6'5", 195-pound senior is Mr. Eaton. Clock will stop at 2:19 to go in the game. A 40-point Lincoln lead, 78-48. Want to congratulate the Lincoln High School band once again on the fantastic job, super job at the Gator Bowl. At the line, John Hayden. 6'1", 180-pound junior. It's good. He missed the first one from there tonight, but he cans this one. He's an 81% free throw shooter, is Mr. Hayden. No, checking, he's a 60% free throw shooter. His first time to the line. I was looking at somebody else's line. He's 2 for 2 tonight, though. Hayden gives the Alices an 80-48 lead. 2:10 to go in the game. Ayers three-pointer, nope, won't go. Rebound, back up and good by Jeff Bockelman. Bockelman has his 4th point. Down it goes to Curzan. Craig Curzan passes it back to John Hayden now. Curzan, baseline jumper, left-handed too short, no good. Follows his own shot in and very aggressively knocks the ball out of bounds, but he also commits a foul on Brad Ayer as he does it. 1:53 to go in the game. Here comes Clint Richter and
that's Todd Roth. That's Mitch's younger brother in there too.
So the brother combination, Todd Roth and Mitch Roth. Of course, Mitch is off the floor right now. Number 50 for the Rebels coming in, Josh Henry. So for the Alices, we have Justin Lowe, along with Craig Curzan, Clint Richter, Todd Roth, and Daniel Cleveland. At the free throw stripe for the South Spencer Rebels, Brad Ayer. 16 points on the night, averages 21.4, and he misses it too hard. Rebound, Roth. Todd picks it up for the Alices. He'll dribble across the 10-second line behind his back. Nice bit of dribbling. Curzan, baseline to Lowe. Back to Roth, free throw stripe jumper. No, won't go. Tipped by Lowe, no good. Rebound brought down by South Spencer. Brad Ayer with the ball now. 1.5 to go in the game. 80-50. Lincoln on top. Out of bounds to the Alices with 1:27 to go in the contest.
Yeah, Brad Elliott will check into the game for the Alices. So the Alices bench has been cleared. Everybody has got into the game as Elliott checks in for Cleveland.
Elliott's pass comes in to Todd Roth. 1:20 to go in the game. Roth again behind the back with the dribble. Curzan has the basketball baseline. Back to Roth now. Round of Clint Richter, top of the key. Elliott on the right side. Curzan over to Roth. Whole new lineup in there for the Alices now. Except for Lowe. Lowe's pass goes to Curzan. Back to Lowe. It's loose and a foul called on South Spencer. See, I know most of you don't realize that with the kind of voice and the ability Hank has, but he's only a junior. He goes to school here at Lincoln. He knows all these guys by name. Justin Lowe at the free throw stripe. And he's 6'5", 205-pounder. 4 out of 5 from the line as he missed that one, I think. I wasn't really watching. Lowe's second shot up, no good. Rebound hauled in by Sal Spencer. Under a minute to go in the contest now, 81-50. Lincoln will improve to 7-2 on the season. And the Rebels drop to 3-6 on the year. Good defensive pressure there by the Alices. Pass down low and up and good as soon as I say that by Alan Young. Basket. 40 seconds to go in the game. Roth across the 10-second stripe for the Alices. Behind the back dribble again. Nice move. Curzan goes to Elliott. Back to Roth. Richter fire from the free throw line. Too hard, no good. Low tip, no good. It's loose, hauled in by Sal Spencer. Almost taken away by the Alices. Kelly has it for Sal Spencer with 20 seconds to go in the contest. He'll come down court. Gives to Young. 15 now to go in the basketball game. Young guarded by Curzan. Now over to Kelly. Guarded by Elliott and Todd Roth. Young almost traveled, but was not called for. 5 seconds to go. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. And that's the way the ball game will end. Long shot by Roth. It's no good. But the last bucket was by Josh Henry. That was a 3, but to no avail. The Alices have picked up victory number 7 in this 1996-97 basketball season. This actually being the first game of the 1997 year. The Alices with a commanding 81-55 win over the South Spencer Rebels. As I mentioned, Alices improved now to 7-2 on the season. South Spencer drops to 3-6. We're going to have an interview hopefully with assistant varsity coach Don Allstott, JV head coach Don Allstott in just a little bit. We'll of course have a recap of the stats of tonight's contest and information about the game coming up on Saturday night against Jasper. So keep it right here for more on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Your local internet provider is Data Depot. You can be online and click your way through the internet to get up-to-date sports scores, business information, and stock reports, and more. Data Depot offers more than just internet services. Computers are becoming more and more of a need. So purchase your next computer along with accessories, learning discs for kids, CD-ROMs, and much more at Data Depot. When it comes to price, selection, and quality, Data Depot is your choice for today's technology.
Gentlemen, do you know how great it would feel to receive a set of clean golf clubs for Christmas? Or a 96-piece Craftsman tool set? Or season's tickets to your favorite sporting event? Then you know how she'll feel with the gift of a sparkling diamond or precious stone jewelry from Joe Craft Jewelers, locally owned and located at 217 Main in the historic bank building. Joe Craft Jewelers, where elegance is priced within your reach.
So the Vincennes Lincoln Alices pick up victory number 7 in this young basketball season by the score of 81-55 over visiting South Spencer Rebels. And here's Hank Lopez to tell you how the scoring went.
Okay, scoring in the contest for South Spencer, they were led by their leading scorer, Brad Ayer, coming averaging around 21 points a game. He ended up with 16 points. Then it was Justin Fisher. Fisher had 14 points in the contest. 8 points for Jason Blair. 4 points apiece for Bob Sarver and also Jeff Beckelman, and 3 points for Josh Henry. 2 points apiece for Ryan McGill, Alan Young, and Jacob Willemus. The Alices tonight were led in scoring by Clint Barmas. Barmas had 18 points, had 2 3-pointers, and connected on 6 2-point field goals. Then Charles Hetty had 15 points for the Alices, 6 2-point field goals, and also hit a 3-pointer. 14 points for Mitch Roth off the bench. He had 3 2-point field goals, 2 2-point field goals, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 points apiece for John Hayden and Dan Cleveland. Derek Cardinal also added in 9 points for the Alices. Justin Lowe had a nice game tonight for the Alices. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line and hit 3 2-point field goals for 11 points. And Mark Beasley had 2 points to round out the scoring for the Alices. They played a nice ball game tonight and defeat South Spencer by a score of 81-55.
Okay, Hank, thank you very much. And we'll be back in 30 seconds to talk to assistant coach Don Allstott about tonight's contest and some information about games coming up. So keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
is two new faces in Washington. Both champions of the liberal cause. Lifelong Democrats. Now about to face their toughest challenge. Geraldine Ferraro and Bill Press go head-to-head with conservatives Robert Novak and John Sununu. And when they meet...
Excuse me, guys.
Sparks will fly. Crossfire on CNN.
Welcome back. We're here with head coach, or JV head coach, and Lincoln varsity assistant.
Head coach, Dan,
well, maybe one of these days, Don.
It'd be nice.
Congratulations again on another fine victory.
Thank you.
That's 7 on the year, 7-2 now for your Alice's, and tonight's contest was a whole big different story when it comes to the turnover part of the ball game.
We handled the ball real well, Dan. We had a little problem. Bees had a little problem there late there. At one point, he turned the ball over a couple times there. Coach got a little hot at him, took him out of the ball game. But you're right, we did a real nice job of handling the basketball tonight, distributing it well. You know, we didn't really shoot that many unselfish shots. We hit the open man. You know, it's just a really good team effort tonight. We also, the last 2 days of practice on Saturday and Monday, we thought we saw the intensity step up a little bit. Maybe, you know, getting those 4 days off after the vacation there a little bit, get some fresh legs, a little bit more enthusiasm out of kids, which, you know, it helps out quite a bit just to get them out of here for a while.
Sure does. Oh, yeah, everybody needs a break once in a while, really do. And Hank commented during the game how much the intensity has increased from the last game to this game.
We've been working on that quite a bit. You know, we thought you know, a lot of people say that you get football players coming out, they're really not intense till, you know, basically till after Christmas, just because of the fact that, you know, you go on a football pedestal, you know, you keep going and you get to a high level there at the end of the year, you know, then you kind of a little bit let off when basketball season starts. But, you know, I think we're gelling as a team and, you know, hope for big things here to come.
And as far as the equality, the way you distribute the scoring on the team, a very balanced scoring attack again tonight. And I know you've strived for that. First of all, let me talk about the fact that we lessened our turnovers, but we forced more turnovers on South Spencer, and that's a good sign too.
We thought we could turn the heat up on them a little bit. We tried different presses on them. You know, we tried a 2-2-1 there a little bit. We tried to, you know, a 1-2-2 on them a little bit. And we also tried some man press, which, you know, everybody knows we run those, and we just kind of mix those up in the games. And the big key is we just got to have all 5 kids going hard there, because if you have one kid that doesn't, you know, go hard there in those press and defense, you give up layups on the other end. So, you know, we had that. We looked pretty good this, as I said, Monday and Saturday in our presses, and it paid off tonight.
Sure did. You could tell a big difference, yeah. Now, as far as free throws, in the past few games, we had some trouble with our free throws, but tonight I think we were like 10 out of 13 from the line. So, have you been practicing that at all, very much at all?
We shoot the daylights out of free throws. I think, you know, sometimes looks like we do it, you know, we overboard a little bit, but yes, there's been a major emphasis on free throw shooting, and you know, hopefully it comes. You know, a lot of it's just the attitude that you come up there. You got, you know, you kind of think that the referee's going to hand you the ball again. You just kind of watch the ball go through the net, you know, and you got to think about the, you know, that aspect of the game, and you know, just don't worry about anything else. Just visualize that the ball's going in the hole, then you're going to get it back and shoot the second one.
Okay, now there's an aspect of tonight's contest that a lot of fellows don't get to experience. You had a brother on the opposing team who was an assistant coach on the bench tonight. How was that
it's
play
always
out?
fun. Steve and I got a good relationship. Brothers, we're pretty close, and you know, hopefully he'll have a nice little bus ride home there, about an hour 45 minutes. So and also the bragging rights during the summer. Don't have to listen to him give me all that stuff that he talks about. So you know, and Todd Sturmer, the JV coach as well, I'm good friends with him. We played a lot of basketball and summer leagues and things like that during the summer. So you know, we got a good relationship going with that coaching staff down there at South Spencer.
That's great. And speaking of JV, you as JV head coach had a 59-39 victory tonight. You're proud of your boys, I'm sure.
Oh, our kids, you know, worked hard. I can't brag enough about them. They've got 8 kids out there. They go after it. They bust their butts, and you know what? They do what we ask them to do.
Okay, any problem getting the team up for Jasper Saturday night?
I don't think there's any problem for that. I think I believe they beat us the last 2 games of the varsity, so I don't think there'll be any problem getting back up. All you have to do is mention the word Big J, and I think the kids will be ready to go Saturday.
That's exactly right. Okay, Don, thanks again very much for talking to us, and congratulations on victory number 7.
All
and
right,
we'll be talking to you after Saturday night's game, hopefully with another victory.
Hope so.
All right, once again, the Alice's have picked up victory number 7 on this season. 7-2 mark now on the year with a 81-55 win over the South Spencer Rebels. On behalf of my cameraman, Brett Road, and my color commentator, Hank Lopez, this is Dan Ravelette saying thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night, everyone.